Hey guys, Chris here. Welcome back to our video. Today we're going to be talking about something that's kind of interesting when you kind of think about it. You guys remember the whole Verge PC build thing? You know, the miserable fail from the company The Verge when they tried to have one of their employees build a PC in an actual attempt to make a genuine tutorial. They failed miserably. They failed for a multitude of reasons. The guy was overly confident, so overly confident that he decided to put so much false information, like, for example, having the PSU fan a certain way, that way it doesn't short out the PC.
I don't want to have to upgrade it again. So all you have to do is take the brick and make sure that you align it with these little insulating pads so that the power supply doesn't short circuit and come into contact with the rest of the system.
Or, for example, putting so much thermal paste on your computer that
Every CPU cooler actually comes with a bit of thermal paste already neatly applied in a circle around it, but it's usually not enough. It's good, essentially PC building practice to have a little bit extra and layer it on top of the CPU. The final portion...
I can't. It's made so many memes. It's one of the funniest things ever. But the video actually ended up getting taken down. They filed copyright strikes against Kyle from Bitwet. And it's just crazy. So 2 years later, we have the guy's name Steven Itney, I think. I'm not too sure how to pronounce his name. But I found his Twitter. And his Twitter is so messed up. So if you just look at his Twitter at like a little basic view, he has 7,000 followers, a tech journalist. I wouldn't really classify him as a tech person, but, he has some like pretty basic tweets. Now, some things you might notice when you take like a tiny little closer look, you can see a lot of his tweets have like less likes than the amount of comments. So that can already give you a little bit of an example of what you should expect here. Now, let's keep in mind something, okay? He made all this false information up. He was a big part of the video. He never apologized. So let's just see what, Twitter has to say. So he did a quote tweet with Joe Biden, something, some boring stuff about COVID and politics and whatever. And he quote tweets it and says, "Excellent." Someone in the comments replied, "Can excessive thermal paste cause COVID?" I'm not entirely sure, but I heard people with COVID mix up their words. For example, they may use the word tweezers instead of zip ties. So if you're unfamiliar with the video, he picks up zip ties and calls them tweezers, which I thought was pretty funny. Watching the video, I honestly thought it was satire. He's never apologized for any of this. It really feels satire because there's no way they couldn't just talk to someone with experience. Like, what? They could have contacted LTT. They could have contacted literally any tech YouTuber who's ever built a PC. Even me, I build them monthly on the channel, and told them before they edited this video that it was not gonna work out. But he never made an apology or anything, so that's kind of on his part. Another tweet. "Savage Mode 2 is exactly what I needed today." You can guess what the comments are going to be like. "You know what I need today? An apology for your terrible PC build guide." Someone else replied, "I love listening to that song while applying thermal paste." And someone else replied, "I love listening to this song while adjusting my cable management." If you notice in all these tweets, he got 3 likes. Everyone else got double the likes that he got on his post. So someone actually gave us like a nice insight into what his PC looks like today. And right here on screen, you can see this is what happened when they went to open up his computer. It seems like a bunch of cement actually is chilling on top of the CPU die. So he tweets out, "Trump cannot condemn white supremacists. He said, stand by." Someone named Thermal Pastry replied with, Thermal paste care package on standby. Man, what is he doing? So someone else tweeted out, UASBCs. Okay. So Stephen tweeted out a reply to that saying, heh. And someone replied to his tweet with, thermal paste. Man, people are not letting him slide at all. Okay, so he tweets out something completely unrelated to anything. Says, family setup for Apple Watch is a great feature for people without an iPhone. Neat stuff. Someone replied with, I'm without a PC because I followed your build guide and it blew up. Oh my god, these people are ruthless. He's not sliding. You know what they really want though? They want an apology, man. You can't build a PC that's this bad, get this much hate, and this isn't just on a couple of his tweets. This is on every single tweet that he has made in the last 2 years. Every single tweet, any reply, any media, like anything he does is followed and commented about the PC. So you guys might be thinking, he must have had to say something about this. And I was like, he had to. So I sent them an email, right? The email was from me basically saying, hello, I'm not here to roast you or anything. I had a couple questions about the backlash from 2 years ago. I'd love to get your side of things and talk about it for 5 minutes or so. Prefer a call, but email is also fine. And of course, he didn't reply. I wasn't expecting him to reply. But I did end up actually finding this video, which we're going to watch. And this is actually sort of a response to, I guess, the whole issue at play. Let's go ahead and watch this.
But, I'm streaming. I'm doing good. It's a Sunday morning. We're playing Black Ops.
Why'd you say you could be better? What's going on, man? You all good?
Yeah, I work for a big publication. Basically, I made a PC video, and some very angry nerds are very angry with how I built the computer, but it still works, so...
Oh, so you're just getting hated on because they're like, oh, well, if you would have plugged it in here, it would have saved some,
That's exactly what they're doing. And I mean, everything that they mentioned was corrected after the fact as well, but, it's not my first computer, and, it still fucking works. It's a better computer than probably what most of them have.
So he calls everyone a bunch of angry nerds who he has a better PC than, and all this stuff. Refuses completely to apologize. And people are mad about this. This was in April, and people still have not, let off at all. He is refusing to apologize. He's refusing to, at least try to save any little bit of reputation he has, which is already forever ruined. He's not coming back from this, especially he's this deep into it. He's not getting out of this. But instead of, sitting there I was wrong, he decides to call everyone on Twitter who's roasting him, making jokes about the whole scandal. It just called them angry nerds. Bad move, but okay. Twitter is already a toxic platform on its own, but that's besides the point. I just think at this point, all he has to do to get everyone off of his back is apologize, but he's choosing not to. He's deliberately making sure he does not apologize or address the issue at all. It's all on him. So, Stefan, if you're watching this, all he has to do is just say you're sorry, man. Just say you're sorry, you made a mistake, and not to follow the steps in your video. Once you do that, the hate's gonna stop. But here's my thoughts, okay? I think he wants the hate. He must want the hate at this point. It's been 2 years. He's not made a single apology. He's just, went after them. He's calling them angry nerds. What did he expect? He's expecting the hate. It's what's, I guess, keeping his Twitter account active. I don't really see, him, still having, a bunch of interactions on Twitter if he's just chilling there, apologizing. It just really seems like he wants the hate. It doesn't seem like, this is something that he doesn't care about. He wants the hate. The hate brings him attention, which therefore, brings him exposure. Yeah, I'm not really expecting him to apologize at all. If he doesn't want the hate, all he has to do is really just make an apology. But from what it seems like, guys, he just wants the hate. Gives him, some nice little interaction activity on Twitter. But yeah, I think with that being said, guys, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe if you guys want to see more videos on the channel. If he ever makes a response, I might cover it, who knows. But yeah, I think that being said, subscribe if you haven't already, and peace out.